Up to this point, Treyarch has not failed to deliver a decent zombie season. While Black Ops 2, which I only covered 20% of, had its fair share of problems, it was still worth a try. Then the next Call of Duty game was announced to be Advanced Warfare, and the team behind it was neither Treyarch nor Infinity Ward, who were the only creative teams behind Call of Duty that had created games so far. This game was attracting a lot of attention due to its new Exo movement and futuristic setting, which was a first for Call of Duty at the time. One of the most anticipated things about the game was what the third mode would be. Treyarch had zombies and Infinity Ward had Spec Ops and Extinction, so what would this game have? It was announced the third mode was Exo Survival, where up to 4 players survive against waves of enemies and obstacles. All hope seemed lost for zombie fans until the game came out. If you complete all the tiers in Exo Survival and you complete round 10 on the final map, which is Riot, the area is bombed and you are attacked by zombies. You have to make it to an extraction point, and then a cool teaser plays out where Gideon from the campaign is killed and the player barely escapes with his life. Understandably, everybody was hyped for what zombie content we were going to be getting, and a new zombies mode was announced titled Exo Zombies. Sledgehammer hyped this mode up by saying how this was going to be a chaotic, thrilling, and nothing like a zombies fans had seen before. The map was finally released, and I got my hands on it only a week or two after it came out. I've revisited Advanced Warfare recently, and now the question is raised: is this a good zombies map? Well, let's find out.
The Atlas infection blazed like a firestorm across the Western Hemisphere, consuming everyone and everything in its path. And I was the match those fucks had used to start it.
Since I won't be covering the rest of the Exo Zombie maps because I don't own them, I'm going to talk about the map story and briefly go over what came after. If you played the campaign, you know there's a war between the Sentinels and the Atlas Corporation. At the end of Exo Survival, Atlas dropped a bomb to end the war. However, this bomb reanimated the victims of the blast and turned them into zombies. The bomb also ties into the campaign, and it's nice seeing a zombies map do that. Atlas brought some zombies to one of their facilities to test them, but obviously they escape and kill people. Oz, a janitor, Lilith, the hacker who is undercover, Khan, some Atlas business guy, and Decker, a security guard, team up to survive. So yeah, this is a run-of-the-mill zombie story, but I would prefer this over what origins to the Treyarch story. Now time for the characters. These guys, they're alright. My favorite is Oz because he easily has the best quotes and later becomes really important to the story. Everyone else is pretty bland though. The OG crew and Treyarch zombies were stereotypical, but they were pretty bizarre, which made them charming and pretty entertaining. These guys are stereotypical, but not in a fun way. They're all pretty boring except Oz. One thing I appreciate about zombie stories is the sense of mystery. We barely knew anything about Treyarch zombies, and this story admittedly does do that. Atlas is paying close attention to the characters, and we don't know why. It's not explained until DLC 3, but we get a pretty cool explanation to what's going on. So yeah, this story has an interesting setup, but where does it go? Well, after Outbreak, the characters are understandably overrun, but are saved in the nick of time by Atlas, who sends them to a fast food restaurant where DLC 2 takes place. I think they did this to test their might or something, I don't know. Atlas arrives and we meet a new dude named Linux, I don't know if I pronounced that right, it's been a while, who as Oz would put it, is an a-hole. He proves this when he shoots Oz in the face and captures the group. Something goes wrong, however, and the carrier the group is trapped in gets overrun, leading to DLC 3. It's in this map that we find out Oz was actually patient zero to the whole outbreak, but was able to be cured. Atlas erased his memory and just gave him a job as the janitor. The group make it to the escape pods, but an undead Oz stands in the way of everyone. The group gets lucky when Oz is separated by the exploding carrier and the group escape. They all decide they need to locate Oz and kill him to make sure he can't continue wreaking havoc. He's doing just that at an old Atlas facility where the group locates him at. This leads to DLC 4 where Oz mutates into an unrecognizable monster and the group has a final battle with him. They kill him and Atlas cleans up behind themselves by ending their own apocalypse and denying all allegations. The group return to their normal lives, but then we get a tease of a continuation of the story when it's revealed there are hundreds of Oz clones that are now being awakened. Obviously that sequel never happens due to the harsh slack Advanced Warfare received, and this isn't going to be the last time a zombie season is teased but might not ever receive its continuation. Seriously guys, end your stories, it's okay to do that. So yeah, this zombie story is pretty simplistic and doesn't offer anything new or innovative except for the campaign tie-in I mentioned prior. It's not bad, but it's easily the least good zombie story you've seen so far. Don't worry, it gets deep on later, but I'm not reviewing that mess.
This is a code 3 evacuation. Remember the drill. Stay together, try to...
Son of a bitch!
Outbreak's map layout is interesting. The entirety of the facility is really claustrophobic and you won't be able to explore the facility on later rounds, meaning you literally won't be able to explore 80% of the map. There are 2 training spots which kinda suck, but they're serviceable if you know what you're doing. The map looks alright, and some aspects are just designed for a 3D printer help set the futuristic setting. Overall, the map is pretty average.
Then they brought it here. For research. Gotta get a return on your investment.
Since this is an entirely new mode, there's a lot of innovations to go over. The first is the Exo movement. Once you cut on the power in the Exo room, you'll be gifted an Exo free of charge. Exos are completely necessary since zombies start wearing them around round 3, and you need a counter so they can't Exo boost towards you and ruin your day. The perks make a return, all with comically different names. Juggernaut is now Exo Health, Double Tap is Exo Soldier, Quick Revive is Exo Medic, Speed Cola is Exo Reload, and there's a new perk named Exo Slam, which is an Exo Slam. The mystery box also comes back, but it's renamed the 3D printer, which is a cool concept. Just like the perks and box, the power-ups are the same from Treyarch but with different names. Max Ammo is full reload, Insta Kill is hyper damage, the nuke is a DNA bomb, double points is multiplier, and there's a new power-up named Security, where the map activates a series of traps that kills the zombies. Speaking of zombies, there's a lot of new zombies this time around. There's green zombies that are suicide bombers, red zombies that I forgot the moves but kinda look cool, electro zombies that deactivate your Exo for a couple of seconds. There's also a lot of new boss rounds. There's the Infected round where a new type of zombies called Infected are released. If they hit you, you have a minute to go to the decontamination zone and kill yourself. If you fail, you die, and your character turns into a zombie and attacks your teammates if you're playing with people. I used to think the Infected were annoying, but I realized how easy it is to camp the decontamination zone, so now these guys give me more dread than frustration. The Hellhound round makes a return, except the dogs aren't flaming dogs from hell, but mediocre furless dogs that couldn't scare a 3-year-old with cytophobia. I think the reason they brought back the dog rounds was because they were feared without them the map wouldn't feel like zombies, which could be the reason they kept the same perks and power-ups but renamed them. They also have a new Pack-a-Punch replacement going by the upgrade station. It's 2,500 points per upgrade, and upgrading a weapon refills the ammo and improves the weapon's significance. It also wouldn't be a zombies map without a one weapon, and in this map, the one weapon is the Cell 3 Cauterizer, which is a pretty awesome weapon and it's really fun to use. Overall, the changes to the map are welcome, and if not, at the least noteworthy.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Arlene, get me security. No. All of it.
Exo Zombies is easy to the average zombies player once you're used to the map. However, if you're a newcomer, you won't have a fun time. Exo Zombies is nothing but chaotic, and not in a good way. There's so much jumping around, dodging, close encounters, and too much zombies. In Treyarch Zombies, it was chaotic, but there was always time to breathe and chill out since zombies couldn't boost towards you and Exo punch you in the face. So yeah, the map isn't necessarily difficult, but never underestimate it.
Approaching the landing zone and...
No one left.
What the hell? Get it off!
But us. I fucking hate the Atlas Corporation.
Exo Zombies is at the very least an interesting experience. The Exos are new and makes the entire map way more chaotic. The few changes are welcome, but there's not enough of them to call the mode creative. The story is simplistic and doesn't really go down any creative path to make it memorable like the zombies that came before it and the zombies that will come after. Not that piece of trash though. The characters are bland for the most part and don't really leave you with an impression. Overall, Exo Zombies isn't horrible, but it is really unnecessary and uncreative. The map is at least decent, and I will give it a 3 out of 5. As for the entire mode, I haven't played the rest of the DLCs, but I've heard that Outbreak is the best one, and everything that came after it is garbage. I definitely don't think this season is worth $50, and I give the entire mode as a whole a 2 out of 5. There was some potential for this mode, but Sledgehammer really dropped the ball with this one. This means in the long run, Exo Zombies is simply unmemorable.